The film introduces Sarah Cody, Stephanie Scott, a bright and independent teenager eager to experience life outside her strict home. However, her father, Don Cody, Judd Nelson, is a controlling and abusive man who believes in strict discipline. He micromanages every aspect of Sarah's life, restricting her freedom and dismissing her dreams. Sarah's mother, Irene Jolie Fisher, and sister Amy are also under Don's control, but they don't fully grasp the extent of his authoritarian behavior. While Amy appears to conform, Sarah rebels, dreaming of leaving home as soon as she turns 18. Her father, however, has different plans. Sarah's disappearance, a dark secret. On the night of her supposed escape, Sarah vanishes without a trace. Her family believes she has run away, just as Don tells them. He convinces Irene that Sarah was ungrateful and has likely left to live her own reckless life. Heartbroken, her mother and sister move on with their lives, believing Sarah chose to leave them. What no one knows is that Sarah never left. Instead, she is being held captive in a soundproof basement beneath their home. Life in captivity, a nightmare begins. Sarah quickly realizes the horror of her situation. Don has locked her in a hidden basement he had been secretly preparing for years. He assures her that no one will ever find her and that she belongs to him now. The psychological torment begins as he manipulates her emotions, stripping her of any hope for rescue. At first, Sarah resists, screaming for help, banging on the walls, and pleading with her father. But the basement is soundproof, and Don has covered his tracks too well. No one suspects a thing. He brings her food and supplies, but his demeanor grows increasingly sinister. Over time, Don begins to assault Sarah, controlling every aspect of her existence. Her sense of time and reality starts to fade as days turn into weeks, then months. The years pass, a family above, a prison below. While the world above continues as normal, Sarah remains trapped below, enduring Don's abuse. She becomes pregnant and gives birth to multiple children over the years. Some of the children are kept in the basement with her, while others are taken upstairs under the pretense that Sarah abandoned them. Irene, still believing Sarah is gone, raises these children as if they were her own. Sarah does everything she can to protect the children in the basement, teaching them to read, play, and remain hopeful. However, they live in constant fear of Don's unpredictable rage, the escape, a glimmer of hope. After nearly 24 years of captivity, one of Sarah's children falls critically ill. Realizing he cannot provide medical care, Don is forced to take the child to the hospital. This single mistake unravels his entire scheme. The doctors become suspicious and alert authorities. Sarah's nightmare finally comes to an end when police investigate the basement and discover the horrifying truth. Dawn is arrested and Sarah and her children are freed. The film ends with Sarah reuniting with her mother and sister, though the trauma of her captivity lingers. She struggles to adjust to the outside world, but her resilience is evident. Final thoughts. Girl in the Basement is a harrowing film that exposes the horrors of abuse and captivity. Inspired by the real-life Fritzl case, the movie is a chilling reminder of the power dynamics in toxic households and the resilience of survivors.